bigger. Okay, it says we're live. Just let me check real quick. Okay, it says we're live. All right, welcome back to Gear Talk. I forgot to do a post or whatnot for the channel. I only posted in Discord. I do have a few things I got to do today. Fortunately, I could only do them in the afternoon, so this will only be like I don't know, 30, 45 minutes at most. I don't know. The main thing that I wanted to talk about today was the new AI, how they work and all that. I thought about doing a standalone video just for them, but I don't know. Doing it this way kind of makes me feel like if you're not willing to watch this and you don't know how they work, then I don't know. It's my way of keeping the information kind of secret, I guess, but still putting the information out there. I don't know if that makes any sense. Um,
Basically, you gotta watch it, otherwise you miss out.
yeah, like there's no. I'm not telling you what I'm gonna talk about. It's just gear talking. You'll have to watch. And of course, like always, I'm a little derpy, so I'm cleaning my glasses right now, which was the perfect time. Start gear talk and then clean glasses. So just bear with me here for a minute. Actually, I did just get new frames. I have to wait until January for my insurance so I can like do the whole eye exam thing and everything. And my glasses were like, I don't know how they like broke, but they weren't broke. Like the middle part. I don't know if anybody wears glasses, but it was like hanging on by a thread. So I went in and I was like, hey, I just need a frame. Like 5 seconds. And I was debating on doing it or not because I wanted to just wait for my insurance and just do it all at once. But I was like, you know what? Let me just go. So I went, and like 5 seconds after she took my glasses, they snapped in half. So I'm like, oh yeah, I'm glad this happened now instead of like on my drive to work or something. That would have sucked. Okay, check the chat real fast. Okay, no questions. All right, so let's talk about these AI. I do have some confirmations from the developers for some questions that I heard people asking. So we have the two new AIs, the Disruptor and the Tempestrix. I don't know how to say that name. They do take these what do they call magnetic field generator chips. You can. Okay, Otter, we're not going to talk about that. Okay, don't worry why I got 35. All right. Um, you can get these chips now. In the event, the Thanksgiving event, I'm sure they'll come around because there's going to be a Christmas event. I'm sure they're going to come around then as well. But you need 100 of these to unlock them. Once you unlock it, though, it does take all the normal what are those core chips and they call data documents, I believe.
Yeah, once you've unlocked it, it just becomes a normal AI.
Yeah, it's like this. You could use the I don't have any the documents, the it's the same upgrade and all that. So how these work? Um, these are. Did the second place make you a spender now? No. I don't be dropping money like that. Um, so these are like static abilities. They are first turn, just like Pioneer. So once the battle starts, they are activated. I'm gonna read what both of them say real quick. When the battle begins, forms a disruptive magnetic field that covers all slots and lasts until the battle begins. So that happens with both of them. If a slot with a magnetic field misses the target after attacking, its skill trigger rate is reduced by 0.4%. So the other one has a. These have both negative and positive effects. Both of them have a negative and a positive. If a slot within the magnetic field hits the target, its damage boosts by 0.4% at any given time. A slot will only be affected by one type of magnetic field effect from a single field. The effect of the disruptive magnetic field is increased by an additional 10% each time disruptive magnetic field generator casts its feature skill. So, real quick, just read the other one for you guys. When the battle begins, form a storm magnetic field. So they have magnetic fields, but they're different names. That covers all slots and lasts until the battle ends. If a slot within the magnetic field fails to deal a crit hit, so there's the negative effect, it will take 0.5% more damage. If a slot within the magnetic field deals a crit hit, they will take 0.5% less. There's the positive effect. At any given time, a slot will only be affected by one type of magnetic field effect from a single field. The effect from the storm magnetic field is increased by an additional 10%, so both of them are base 10%. Each time storm magnetic field generator casts its feature skill. No, Otto, you're good. You're good, man. Okay, so I've been talking with people and I've been trying to figure out ways to properly articulate how these work. So, we should all know what a feature skill is. That's that little bar up at the top when your AI is casting things. Each of these affect all 6 slots for both people. And it starts at the beginning of the turn, or beginning of the turn, or the battle, however you want to word it. But you're not affected by a positive or a negative effect. It has a null value until your turn, your slot goes. So, both of them have a positive and a negative effect. If 2 people are using the disruptor, or if 2 people are using the Temptrix, these effects do stack. So, if one person has, let's just say, a level 10, and the other, or let's just say one person has, and we're going to use this one as an example because it's straight damage boost and not crit. Let's assume that the skill trigger rate and the damage boost is 10% for, let's say, me, and let's say Tombs is using the same one, but his is a 20% damage boost or a skill trigger rate. Obviously, you cannot miss and hit at the same time. So, if you miss, you will get 2 stacks of the skill trigger rate reduction. Now, the formula for this is, let me just pull. I got the formula from them. I didn't think to type it out. Give me 1 second. I'm typing it out right now.
Isn't it like A brackets A plus percentage?
Yes.
Something like that. A like brackets A plus percentage per like whatever, however many rounds you've had.
Yeah.
B plus percentage.
Yeah, but I just want to type it out just so
Oh
everybody
no,
can
it's fine.
see.
I mean, I'm just going off memory.
Yeah. Okay. So here it is.
Yeah,
I just typed it.
large amount.
Yeah, I just typed it into the search bar. So within brackets, there's 2 sides to the formula. There's 1 plus A%, which would be, let's say, me, times 1 plus B%, which for this example would be Tombs. Oh, that doesn't matter. Yeah, so that's how you do the calculations for if 2 people have the same one. Also, if I have the disruptor and Tombs has the Temptrix, you can get a mixture of positive and negative. You can't have 2 magnetic fields at the same time. So I could hit and get a damage bonus, but not crit and get the what do they get? The more damage on me. So you can have both of them at the same time.
Take more damage. Yeah.
Yeah. So you not only have to consider the positives for yourself, but the negatives as well. Because if let's say that what's a good example? Aya, for
You could
example.
set your build. You could set your build up basically to do
Yeah,
everything that one of them does.
yeah. So like let's
But then
just
maybe you didn't put crit gear on, and you don't crit every time you hit.
yeah, and I think for this Aya is a perfect example because she has a built-in kind of crit and a built-in guaranteed hit. So if I decide to use um the disruptor and Tombs decides to use the temptress and we're both using Aya, you can have different stacks based on lucky triggers. Um, but yeah, they do. There is a formula for it. So the same magnetic field does trigger for both persons. I said that funny, but so you can have two stacking damage buffs, one from you and one from the other person. Does that make sense?
In other
Um,
words, a high-priced double-edged sword.
yes, you've got the positive and the negative. So okay, the other question I had was about like wings. So wings is turn based, right? Like you can get multiple turns. So when you start your turn, your very first turn, you're not gonna have any buff or any debuff, right? So you take your first turn, let's say you hit, so you get the damage bonus. Now wings triggers, you're gonna get another turn, which means you get another roll of the dice. So if you miss, now you're gonna get the skill trigger rate reduction. So wings does affect these disruptors, or not disruptors, but these magnetic field AIs. Every turn you get another roll, and the feature skill triggers at the start of each round. So at start one or turn one, it's going to be uh, 0, right? Because yeah, so round one is going to be 0, and then if you make it to a second round, you're going to get this 10% buff, and then 3 you get another 10%. It just keeps going around. If it's like tank versus tank. So unfortunately, I think that Ira is probably got like one more season left in her. Because once because these are pretty good, and there's both of them kind of cover what you want to do. Like you don't want to miss, so if you can, you might as well use this disruptor instead of Pioneer. So, and then the negative effect, for going up against an Ira is she's gonna have less trigger rate. So these are probably gonna kill the Ira, and I don't know anybody that uses King, but it's gonna kill that as well here in the next
I
season or
don't.
two.
I don't know if it'll kill it completely. I think that people are gonna heavily have to put into trigger rate gear, but I think most people do that anyway.
Well, I say that because it's
I
not
think it's.
just. Oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say like I mean most of the time, even now, I think Ira's definitely like a first round com. Like if she goes into the second round, it gets a bit more touchy anyway. But this definitely helps that process. I wouldn't be surprised if some tanks maybe survive just more than usual, but I don't know if it will massively affect it unless it's really high AI level, maybe.
Yeah, because like so for this one, Ira can't. Well, she can hit, but you don't want her to hit. So she's pretty much going to have a skill trigger rate reduction on her, and then with the temptress, because she doesn't hit, she can't do a crit, which means she's going to take more damage. Pair that with how easy tear suppression is starting to get. It's virtually impossible to run a T10 commander anymore. I've got 50% tier suppression, and I'm not even trying, and I don't have really a high. Oh shit, what's it called? Arc modification. So if you couple that with 50% tier suppression with T11, that's 50% damage reduction. And I just don't think that she's really going to be worth playing unless you play a tier 12 version, and I think there's better options for tier 12 other than Ira personally. But I mean, it's not to say that she can't be played, but I think the tier 10, tier 11 version is definitely has like a season, maybe two left in her.
It's somewhat good that it's changing the meta. I mean, that's kind of what you want with new stuff to mix things up. Maybe people change up their commanders.
Yeah, I like the fact that these are gonna change up the meta, and we don't really know how. We can make assumptions, but not a lot of people actually have them unlocked yet to really play around. But I don't like how it kind of takes away from a lot of people like T10 and T11 builds. I'm not a fan of that because the arc modifications kind of hurt the T10 11, and I think coupled with these AIs, the only time you really played T10 or 11 was like Ira, right? Like that was the main thing was Ira. So TS plus these new AIs where both of them provide her with negative effects.
Oh yeah, I mean you don't see many tier 11 airships kicking about because a lot of the skills that people want to use with that dual amounts is either an infantry commander or a walker commander, or the talents are infantry or walker.
Yeah, plus the T11 era, they just don't hit that hard. So people would rather use T10 infantry, but it's kind of hard to do that now because the tier suppression is so easy to get.
Yep.
So it kind of hurts the people that are coming up with Vegas. Um, I guess Dragon Slayer is easier to get now. I don't know why people would do it. I mean, you could do a T10 black, but yeah. So airships coming up, it's gonna hurt you as well.
Yeah. Fear suppression and Phoenix surprisingly cause
Yeah,
airships a lot of issues.
yeah, yeah. 1589 Sui is the new meta. Is that the new max Sui? All the oh, what do you call it? Arc modifications. Man, my brain is not working. 1589 Sui.
1589.
That's what. Yeah, Otter said 1589 Sui is the new is the new meta. So I'm assuming that's got to be
I mean,
the
it's
new
large,
max.
but
That's got to be the new max, right? What was the old max?
oh, I don't know. But with the Arc mod RWE, surely that just counteracts it. Well, I mean, to be fair, people have to be up to that level, I guess.
Yeah,
So there's not that many that high. But
rabbit
there's like what a
ears.
200% RWE in the mod section, like right at the end.
No, I think there's two of them.
Yeah, it's an earlier one, a bit like the TS, and then there's a later one.
Yeah. Oh, so one is
What is it?
60%, but the problem with
Yeah,
this is that you get
one is
60%
200%. Yeah.
RWE. That's the problem, is it's the same percentage.
Mm,
And then I know there's another one
yeah,
somewhere.
those two there. You just,
Yeah,
so
so
that'd be 200. Oh,
yeah,
is it? Yeah, yeah, that's 200.
but then you also get the same value for RWE.
Yeah, but I don't think many people will be at level 46. Only the
Oh,
top players will
yeah, that's gonna take a
be there.
minute. Rabbit Ears, 2 Destruction, and Butterfly. Yeah, that's a lot of sweet. But you would need how much RWE to counter that?
Like 1.6 or something per every suite. One suite. I know. What should I say? Every one
So
1.6 SWE to 1 RWE.
yeah, so if you wanted to 900 RWE, so is the 900 that's to completely nullify the suite, correct? Because
Yeah, that'll be.
900
I mean, everyone does
would
aim
be
for like that because you
50.
need to be 400 over the other person
Yeah, so
to
900,
naturally.
and you cut that in half, which would be 450. Shit, brain's not working. That'd be
There isn't that many
1350.
RWE.
That'd be 1350. So you need more. I mean, not a lot of people are gonna have that like 1589 or whatever max suite, but if they did, you would need 1050 RWE. Because 1000 and a half would be 1500. Yeah, so you need about 1050.
993. Yeah.
993, and you can get 600 from Awakening. So you'd have to make up that 300, which
Well, with your mods, you might have 60 there. Maybe
um,
260 if you're lucky. If you've got the higher one.
I've only got a level 40, and that's two or ambition, and that's 200%. So you'd only have to make up 100% the level 40 ambition.
But I guess that that whole concept is forcing the awakening to be RWE because there's no way you could counteract it. So you'd have to run an RWE commander then. Awakened, I should say. And that makes you probably more susceptible
Mm,
to other things.
well, I guess it depends because right now, crit wither really isn't a thing. Most people are scared of Aya, and she's gonna crit no matter what, so there's no point in doing it. Dodge, because people want to dodge like mats and other stuff, so dodge is a thing again for now. Defense nobody ever cares about. I mean, I guess black, but black is already pretty much dead anyway, so defense isn't really doing nothing for you. So your only real options are dodge or
Yeah.
RWE.
But with all these butterfly sets going around, dodges
But that's also assuming
viable, I
someone is willing to 50 rabbit ears and 2 destructions.
think. Yep, that's true.
Plus, they have to have high. I don't think that you can. I still think it's the you can catch someone with Sui once, but once you catch them once, you're not going to catch them again. They'll just awaken RWE, and you're pretty much done after that.
Definitely nice on some builds. I think you can. There's definitely a couple of like DSs etc. that are running around with high sweep to try and like catch out the walkers.
Yeah,
But like you said, once people notice it, they either avoid it
yeah. Avoid it or just okay.
or put RWE on.
You 10 players activate RWE, and we'll just nullify this.
What's up, guys?
What's
Alrighty.
up, Aries?
So you guys are on here, so figure I'd hop in.
Why not?
Yep. We'll probably go
Talk
like
about the new AIs.
we'll probably go like another 15 minutes, and then I gotta go. I got stuff I gotta do this afternoon.
Anybody been testing the new AIs?
Um,
I know there's a couple of people who've got them.
Yeah, 4 tested them a little bit with me. And I went over kind of how they work. Beginning of the stream.
I've got the chips for it. I just haven't unlocked one yet. I haven't decided what I'm doing with it yet.
I'm not in a hurry to unlock it.
Oh no, I don't have the stuff to get it to a really really high level, so I don't mind taking my time with it.
Well, I mean,
Well, I was just curious because I know that one of them people were saying they thought was going to be good on Puppet IS. So
well,
Yeah.
both of them work with her because she has a crit pretty much guaranteed and a hit, so they both work. It's, do you want more damage or do you want more crit? Do you want your opponent to have less trigger rate, or do you want them to take more damage? So it's kind of up to you because they both work.
Yeah, I guess it's the matchups, isn't it? You kind of have to go, what is the other side going to get that benefits them, whilst
Yeah,
getting your own benefit from it.
but I would think personally most people would probably go with the temp. Oh, fuck, I cannot say this goddamn name. Tempestrix, because like Aya has a guaranteed crit, but there's not a lot of crit really going out around there. You know what I mean? So like you're damn near guaranteed to have the negative effect for other people unless you're facing another Aya or a really really high crit build.
I'd be interested to see what it does for airships, because airships have a naturally high crit anyway, and it's not too difficult to run a high crit build on a tank. You just don't go attack or you don't go accuracy. Yeah.
I mean, we're
If
gonna
a
have to test
misclass,
it.
if a that's the only thing that I think most people are going to wonder is, does a miss count as a not crit, or does that crit application get hidden behind the fact that you haven't dealt damage? Like,
No,
if
if
you were going to crit but you missed, would that
no,
still count as a crit?
a miss is a not crit because you have to hit in order to
Okay,
crit. So if you miss, that's not a crit, which is why
no, that is.
both of them hurt Ira because she wants to miss, and if she misses, she can't crit. Which is why her weapon
And
makes no sense.
she won't crit. Yeah.
Yeah, which is why her weapon makes no sense to have crit on it. Her whole thing is missing.
Unless, like, well, I mean, this kind of is kind of nice though. A weapon, if she actually hits by accident, she doesn't get the negative of the
Yeah,
other
but
effect.
that's
Yeah,
I
that's
don't
not
think
what
the
you're aiming
effect.
for.
Yeah, I don't think the effect is really gonna. But no, yeah, there's gonna have to be some tanks that play around with it, but
I'm definitely seeing Zeph enjoying this. They might build crit to ramp up that take less damage,
yeah,
because they've naturally got their guaranteed hit, which is a very high percentage guaranteed hit.
well, it's
And they
60%.
might not have to even bother with status quo at that point.
Yeah, because I mean, they've got their it's 60% at base level, which is really good, and they've got their built-in. Can't remember that damn skill.
Oh, the mutate
Mutation.
thing.
Yeah. So for S classes, they've got their built-in damage reduction right there.
Yeah, just get a few hits in, and then you become damage immune without having status quo, because it'll keep on ramping.
Yeah, and the other bad thing about Ira kind of being out the window for the most part. I'm not saying she can't be used, but she was how a lot of people got around like damage reduction. Before that, it was all formal. Everybody used formal to get past damage reduction. So now you're stacking damage reduction on Zeth along with this AI for even more damage reduction, plus his fifth skill, and there's not many Iras on the field anymore, so you got formal. That's about it. Which is why I don't like all this tier suppression.
Yeah, shut the fuck up.
That's what he came here for, just to say that.
Yeah, he's missed a few weekends, so he had to stop by.
I had to stop by and give Grinch hell.
Yeah. I don't know. I like the ideas of the AI though. I like a positive and a negative. That goes for
Makes
everybody.
you actually have to think before you send, which is good because you might catch out half the people who play this game.
Yeah. Because a lot of people are like, "Oh, what do I put?" and they don't actually know how it works. But that doesn't mean you got to change.
Yeah, I mean, the good thing is if you got your research low, you can run the IRO or and the IF. To be honest with you, because IF's got the guaranteed hit.
And the crit, pretty much.
So,
but like, yeah, you don't. Excuse me. You don't have to get these. Like, the Rebel is still great. Pioneer is still great. Like, you don't have to immediately jump on these if you don't want to.
I personally wasn't planning on pursuing them too hard. If I get them naturally, then that's great. But
the only thing you're gonna get naturally is herpes, bitch.
shut the fuck up, Lem.
I wouldn't expect either one of them to show up real hard until late part of this coming GC or possibly CAS. By that time, Christmas and New Year's will come through, and we'll get more of those chips to open it up. Yeah, wasn't that an amazing Black Friday pack? Oh wait, they didn't hold it this year.
Do what? Which pack?
They ain't had shit. It's all the regular shit.
Oh.
Remember, you used to have the fucking Black Friday pack?
It's great if you're a low spender. Yeah, it's doing pretty good right now. I just wish they'd come down on them damn prices for the weapons.
Oh,
500's just a bit too much.
500?
500 ain't that much.
What do you...
Well, then, your wallet out. Buy me my Miramasa, would you? You just say it's a Christmas. You just say it's a Christmas present for yourself.
What are you talking about, 500?
It takes 500 of the particular items in order to...
like the heavy elements?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, I was like, what are you talking about? Okay.
I mean, if it's got it down to something like 200, that'd be reasonable, but 500, that's ridiculous. It's meant for high spenders, and that's it.
I don't think the high spenders will even bother.
No, they won't. but we're talking 7P, they don't think that way. Ain't no prices going down. They're going to go up before they go down.
Yeah,
the easier they can make it, the more you'll want it.
Oh, yeah.
Kind of like being married, huh? The more expensive it is, they think you're going to want it. Oh, yeah.
Oops.
Right now, my only expense is kidney stones. I have to have an operation for them here in the next 30 days, so I ain't gonna be spending. You just gotta drink more water or beer. Beer's water.
Beer.
Because I got gout, and gout creates the damn stupid thing. So I got a literal double-edged sword.
Of course, Lem recommends
I got
beer.
one kidney, so I'm really in the dumper.
Yeah, for anybody in the chat, do you have any questions about the AI before we wrap this up? I want to make sure everybody knows how it works.
What's the artificial intelligence?
What? See, whenever you ask a question, I'm trying to figure out what your actual question is because I know you're fucking with me.
I don't have a question. I'm just fucking with you. I just make you stop.
Make me what?
I just make you stop and have to think. That's all I'm here for.
Well, I'm not a fan of that. I get headaches when I have to think.
Well, now you know how it feels when we look at you.
Shooting chickens today.
I think infantry are like this AI. The temp.
See, saying the name sucks, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does.
The crit hit one?
Tempestric. It's because of the dodge. Oh, is it? Is it? What's the one where if you dodge, you lose trigger rate? I think the infantry are like that one.
Oh, you mean like if you don't hit? It's the disruptor is if you don't hit, they lose trigger rate.
Yeah, but if they don't hit you, that's what I'm thinking.
Yeah, the disruptor.
Okay, disruptor then. Yeah.
Yeah.
Infantry are naturally. Prefer that. Who knows? Maybe Zara will come back.
Who?
Zara.
Oh, was Zara ever really gone?
No, but you don't see as many as you want because of the high tank meta that seems to be out. The fact that Zeph kind of brutalizes everyone.
Yeah, but I don't know if Zara was ever really gone. They just make that's one of the weird infantry comms. They just make it really hard to get for whatever reason. So I know a lot of people, like Hude wants a Zar, but he cannot get it for whatever reason. She's not really available that often.
No.
And I think it's probably because of what is it, Lightning Pierce? Is that her skill? That's probably why.
Yeah, I mean you can apply that to everything, can't you? So.
Yeah, that's probably why.
I would say, well, Lightning Pierce is a damn good fourth skill, so.
Yeah, that's probably why they make it more difficult to get her. All right. Well, there doesn't look to be any questions in the chat. If you guys have anything you want to bring up real quick, you can go ahead and do that. Otherwise, we're gonna have to end it so I can run my errands.
Nothing from me.
I'm gonna regret this, but
Oh man.
Lamb, Aries, anything?
I ain't got nothing.
Okay.
I barely even play.
Talk about.
Yeah, you two kind of disappeared. I don't know where y'all went.
No, I don't think there's really a lot to talk about right now.
Yeah, pretty much the AI, which we covered pretty quickly, and that's about it.
And the event's something that everyone's already done before, so.
Yeah, there's no point in going over the event. All right, well, thank you guys for showing up. Hopefully, you guys know how the AI works now. I mean, you can ask questions in the chat if you need
How does AI work?
Very carefully. Just rewind back to 0. Appreciate you guys showing up. I got some errands to run.
Learn how to pronounce it, then you learn how to use it.
Do what?
I said, first you learn how to pronounce it, then you learn how to use it.
Dude, I can do the disruptor, but I cannot pronounce the other one, and I'm not even gonna try. Tempest Strix. Okay, yeah, that's close enough. All right, guys, I will see you all next time. Have a good one.
Catch you later.